All right, we are in the shop with my new half off of 50 70,000 BTU ready heater. We're working on DeEtte, the Suburban. There's one last thing that needs to be done to this to make it checked off, complete, done. We have a set of 4 of these Bully U-strap steps, and they are kind of a universal fit. There's a bunch of different bracket adapters to make it fit inside the rockers. And let me show you this. So on the driver's side, they fit right up in there. They fit very well. Unfortunately, on the passenger side, there is the rear heat lines and the rear AC lines. And that is not going to work out. So the only thing I can think of doing is loosening those lines, loosen the clamps, and see if there's enough room to pull them out away from the body, closer to the frame. And if that's the case, then I can sneak those brackets in, make some spacers with longer hardware, and attach those just the way they are. If that doesn't work, I'm not so sure what I'll do. I might end up having to get some material and building a set of steps, or getting some, Nerf bars or something that is just a full-length 3-inch tube or something like that. We're going to get a 10mm socket and a ratchet and start letting those clamps loose and see what happens. Well, a quick update with some leverage and a little bit of emphasis on those aluminum tubes. I'm able to put a little bend in them so I can space them out accordingly. There's a fastener for the AC line up here, and then they kind of share hardware. So I'm gonna go to the hardware store and see if I can get some of these screws, just body screws, in about a 3-inch length. If I have to, I can put a little tap on those holes and rethread them for something a little larger. So I'm gonna run to town, get some longer screws, and see what I can do to space these out. All right, so I'm back from the hardware store, and apparently a lag bolt will do just fine. And it grabs a hold of that sheet metal, and I can just screw it right in with a ratchet, no problem. And then as far as the install of these steps go, there's a lot of challenges as far as getting a drill in place and finding hardware to get up in there and everything else. So this is what I've figured out so far. So I grabbed my impact driver and a tub of grease, and because I don't have a bit driver the right size or long enough or short enough, I've got a little bit of everything else. I just dip that in the grease, get some on the end, and then screw holds just fine. And these are just self-tapping Tech screws for now. And that will be my pilot hole. So I'll drill a hole, and then I will pull those out and use larger hardware as intended. There's barely any room at all, but just enough. All right. Spacers worked. I've got the lines away from the steps by a 1/4 inch or more, and it's time to move to the easy side with no interference of anything.